Okay, let's get this out of the way, because I know you're wondering, is this Valheim with vampires? Yes! And if that sounds like your jam, then you should stop watching right now, and go and drop some hot cash on this baby, because it is indeed Val Rising. And that, of course, is a great thing. But it's also not that, and if you're curious about what else it has to offer, then keep watching. Base building? Check. Crafting? Check. Boss fights? Check, check, checkity check. If you have boxes, this game checks them. It's like the proverbial game that tries hard to please everyone, and then pretty much succeeds. So how do you spend your time as a vampire? Well, there'll be lots of murder and pillage. You'll kill animals and people almost constantly. You'll break big stuff down into smaller stuff. You'll ravage the land, harvesting all kinds of rocks, flowers, ores, body parts. You'll deforest entire regions to build an actual castle, and all the vampire-y things to put inside it. You'll build small industrial centers to refine, smelt, sew, and cure. All the while, you'll be taking down bosses in epic fights to unlock new skills and builds. Over time, you'll level up enough to venture into new territories, which open up whole new plundering opportunities. It's like a capitalist wet dream. There are always resources to profit from, and fresh virgin lands just waiting for you to dig up. The loop is great. Trying to figure out how to level up your gear just one more iteration so you can destroy the next boss is a satisfying little puzzle. The combat is fast-paced, hectic, and balanced just right, so you're not an overpowered nightmare. Death is frequent and will cause you to lose all your stuff and respawn at the location of your choice. Bravo to the game design team. The game is better balanced than your average Olympic gymnast. The pace of unlocks and grinding is spot on. There is a grind, of course, but it never feels like a hugely unnecessary time suck, at least in the beginning. And the carrot of new gear or novel builds is tantalizingly just out of reach all the time, encouraging you to play just a little longer. Now I'm only 33 hours into the game, and I can kinda see the finish line from here. There are only so many bosses left to fight, and the map, being handcrafted and not procedurally generated, is finite. I can see the brakes being applied, the grind becoming a little bit grindier, the pace stretching out. I don't know yet if the slowing pace is gonna suck, or if new concepts will be introduced to hold my interest. I'll report back if the endgame becomes abysmal. Boss fights are fantastic. Each one feels distinct and massive. A great opportunity to pull out your most badass skills in a fight that can usually go either way. There's a whole range of well-differentiated weapons, and super satisfying magic abilities. The VFX and particle effects in the middle of a fight are a visual spectacle. The one thing I can't get my head around is the fast travel system. The map is big enough that traversal can feel like a giant waste of time. There are travel teleporters called vampire waygates, but you can't teleport while carrying any resources in your inventory, so they're of limited use. Sure, you can zip out to a location with nothing in your inventory, but getting back fully laden with the spoils of combat is a chore, and then some. Look, I get it, there's a certain gameplay value to being loaded down with valuable booty and trying to make it back in one piece, but it's also an immense time sink that really strains at the definition of fun. Someone here really subscribes to the no pain, no gain doctrine of game design, and I prefer it when my time as a player is treated as a valuable commodity. There are a couple of methods to ease the burden of crossing large distances. You can shapeshift into a wolf that moves faster and won't aggro other wild animals on the way. You can also ride a fairly fast horse, but it takes some dexterity as it seems to be great at maneuvering awkwardly into trees and rocks. You'll generally find yourself opening the map to locate the latest resource you need, and sighing deeply as you watch your precious time slip away like a bolus of phlegm down the drain. But there's a whole lot more great stuff to unpack. There's full-on co-op mode, which is how I've played it for the last 30 or more hours. You get to share your looted resources and occupy the same castle if you like. Your friend can donate health in a thematically brilliant way, by opening up a vein for you to suck on like the pitiful man-sized mosquito you are. And of course, they can come to your rescue if you get downed. Then there's something Valheim doesn't have: servants. You can use your vampiric dark arts to charm humans and bring them back to your abode, where you'll brainwash them to be your servants. From there, you can send them out on missions to gather resources on your behalf. There's even an entire fully featured PvP mode, although I haven't tried that yet. But this thing is seriously full to the brim of fun features, and they all work really well together for the most part. Oh yeah, you can customize your vampire's look all over the place. There are a bunch of animated emotes. You can be a bear or pretend to be a human. You can burn to ash in the sun. Not recommended. You can pretend you're a medieval pharmacist and craft a bunch of cool potions from the local flora. You want fishing? Sure, why not? This thing is vast and feature-loaded. It's like 3 or 4 games in one, with so many different systems that all seem to just mesh together flawlessly, like well-oiled gears. There's something here for nearly everyone, so you basically have no excuse not to buy it, unless you're looking for buses. There are none in V Rising, so you're probably better off buying Bus Simulator 21 which is out now on Steam for $34.99.